Welcome back. You're watching Market Fatafat on ET now. We have now Aamar Singh joining us on the technicals to take you through all the stocks that are actually flashing technically on his screen. And Aamar, very good afternoon. Infibeam Avenues, that's the first stock we're going to talk about. How is it looking technically?
This stock continues to remain extremely strong on the chart because in the week today itself, the stock is up by almost 20%, and for the month, the stock is up by almost 62%. And technically, what we are witnessing in the stock is that from an intermediate term perspective and from a long term perspective, the stock displays very strong momentum. And what we are seeing on the daily charts is that the stock did consolidate around the 25-28 levels for almost 7 to 8 trading sessions. But the interesting part was that during that consolidation, the volumes were exceptionally higher as compared to the average volume. So that has what has triggered the up move. And if we go back in time, the stock in 2018 used to trade as high as 60. So the stock has still a lot of catching up to do. And the way the stock is rallying, the stock has the potential to rally towards 48.50 in the short term.
All right, that's Infibeam technical check for you all. But let's shift focus to Dalia Bhat, one of the result candidates, and holding on to the gains of almost 3%. Ankita, take us through the financials.
Well, yes, Shrishti, Dalia Bhat is soaring away in trade. It is up more than 2.5%. It is coming on the back of the fact that two brokerages have come out with a very bullish note on this particular counter. In fact, Jefferies is maintaining a buy on this counter with a target price of 2,940 rupees. They are expecting the volume to outperform the industry for quarter 3. The management has targeted a mid-teen growth for FY25. That's the commentary that came in by the management. They are also expecting, management also expects, the consolidation to improve pricing in the medium term, and the cost is likely to decline further in quarter 4. The GPA assets could also drive up the volume outperformance in FY25, and on the back of that, Jefferies is maintaining a buy. CLA has also upgraded the stock to buy from outperform, and they have also hiked the target price to 2,700 rupees from 2,680 rupees. Now they feel that the quarter 3 EBITDA was in line with the estimates, and so was the profitability for the company. And according to the volume growth is likely to be in the mid-teen as far as the mid-term guidance is concerned, and that's the reason why they have upgraded the stock to buy from an underperform on the back of its results. And on the back of these bullish notes coming in for Dalia Bhat, it is soaring up in trade, up more than 2.5%.
All right, let's focus to Piramal Enterprise, then one of the result candidates as well. The earnings due today, but the news flow says that the company has decided to sell its entire stake of 20% in Shriram Investment Holdings Private Limited to Shriram Ownership Trust, and Shriram Ownership Trust is the promoter of Shriram Capital Private Limited, which is the overarching holding company of Shriram Group. Now, this stake sale is for rupees 1,440 crores, and this transaction is expected to be completed by the end of this financial year. Now, to be conducted through a share purchase agreement, because earlier, back in June 2023, Piramal Enterprise sold the entire stake in Shriram Financials for 4,823 crores to the block deals, and these block deals data showed that Piramal had offloaded 3.12 crore shares or 8.34% stake, and that was in line with the company's stated strategy to focus on monetizing the non-core assets. Now, this proceeds from the transaction will further strengthen the balance sheet of the company. That's why Piramal Enterprise is in focus. That was the news flow, and other than that, the earnings are also due today, and the stock is holding up to the gains of almost 1% as of now.
All right, that's Piramal Enterprises for you. Aamar, let's talk about IRB Infra, and this one also is a buzz today. And how is it looking technically?
Yeah, I would say that looking at IRB Infra, the stock has been on a tear. I would say the stock, if you go back in time, so somewhere from the end of September, the stock was trading around 34. Currently, it's around 57, and it's trading at record highs. And also, what we witnessed on 9th of January, that there was exceptionally high volume on that particular day when the stock had a, I would say, breakout from a zone of resistance, so somewhere around 45, 46. So it had a breakout above that level. And today the stock is around 57 odd levels. If you look at different technical parameters and technical indicators, both from a short-term, intermediate and long-term, they continue to be extremely strong and positive for the stock. So this is one stock definitely on any buy. This is a stock on buy on dips. The levels to watch out for on the downside, the stock has now got support around 48.50, whereas on the upside, the stock has a potential to rally towards the 67.68 mark.
All right, let's shift focus to one of the stocks that's been hammered in today's trading session, and Ansh, SBI Cards, one of the result candidates. And how are the numbers and what are the brokerages saying?
Right, so the stock is down by around 5 to 6%. The interest income has been reported at 2,082 crore, which is up by over 29% on year-on-year basis. But also the interest cost is up by 50% and operating cost is up by 23%, due to which the net profit is not able to increase at the rate of interest income, and it is still managed to be in green by 7.8%. Also, we have brokers' view on the stock, and InCred has maintained a reduced rating and trimmed the target price from 600 to 500. They've also said that the new account addition remained low. We also have Morgan Stanley's view on SBI Card, and they have also downgraded to equal weight from overweight and trimmed the target price from 950 to 750 rupees. Also, if we see the chart, the stock has touched the 10-month low. Also, it trades below the key DMA levels.
All right, let's move on then, and let's put the spotlight on the energy stocks. Remember that you have Reliance Industries that's seeing a sharp up move. You have ONGC also that's seeing a good up move in today's trading session, and that also you could attribute because the Brent crude futures have extended their gain. This is after they saw an uptick to an 8-week high earlier on in the week, and this because of the worries over supply disruption in the Middle East. So on back of that, you have the ONGC, Reliance Industries that you need to watch out for. ONGC is trading at a 9-year high. So yes, all of these energy counters are a buzz in trade today. Reliance Industries now trading higher by about 7%. Let's quickly take a look at what the markets are doing, because almost 400-point uptick is what Nifty index is actually logging in at this point in time. And yes, the major contributor to that particular gain has to be Reliance Industries, 7% uptick for that one. And there you go, we have surpassed 21,700 mark. Remember, when we kick-started the day, we shut shop on the 25th at around 21,300 odd levels, and from there on, spectacular rise. Now we're trading higher by about 380 odd points, and we surpassed 21,700 mark, Shrishti.
Yes, stellar gains coming in on Reliance Industries as well as the market across. But let's move forward and talk about Sun Pharma. This counter is in focus. Ankita, tell us why is that so?
Well, yes, Sun Pharma is in focus today. In fact, the share hit 4% to hit a record high, after its subsidiary Taro Pharmaceuticals reported better than expected numbers in the third quarter. Now, Taro reported a profit of $20 million in quarter 3 as against a profit of $7 million in the corresponding quarter last year. Now, the company's revenue rose 13% on a year-on-year basis to $157 million, and Taro Pharma also clocked in an operating revenue of $15 million in the third quarter compared to just $1.3 million recorded in the same quarter last year. Now, according to the brokerage Elara Securities, the synergies is likely to start playing out as a point of minority shareholders' approaches. It also said that Taro's 70% EBITDA beat equals to 3% beat on the consolidated EBITDA estimates for Sun Pharma when it reports its quarter 3 numbers. Now, remember, Sun Pharma is set to report its quarter 3 numbers on 31st of January. Also, the positive earnings from Taro Pharma is expected to boost parent company Sun Pharma's consolidated earnings is what is expected. And just remember that this month Sun Pharma said that it will acquire the remaining 21% stake in Taro Pharmaceuticals also for 2,800 crore rupees. So that's the news coming in for Sun Pharma, and it is buzzing away in trade more than 2.5%.
All right, let's move on then and actually slip into a break on this edition of Market Fatafat. But our next story takes us to India's financial capital, where the prestigious 6th edition of Intima-Asia 2024 is currently underway. Recognized as country's premier B2B trade fair and the world's second largest trade show for innerwear, comfortwear and sportswear, this event is dedicated to showcasing the latest trends in the intimate apparel industry and fostering global trade.
The 6th edition of Intima-Asia, Asia's premier trade fair for intimate apparel, is heating up Mumbai. From January 22nd to 24th, industry giants like Floret are showcasing their latest collections, setting the stage for the future of intimate wear and sportswear.
Here, Floret is one of the oldest and leading player in lingerie, sleepwear, loungewear and activewear. This brand is widespread across India. I think they have the largest network and they are our anchor brand for our show, and they have been associated since the time we started it.
Floret, a household name in India, is taking center stage with its Spring-Summer 24 collection. Prepare to be wowed by a blend of cutting-edge innovation and fresh, stylish designs. But it's not just about looking good. Floret understands the unique needs of Indian women.
Nowadays, you would see women in every stage in every sector of the country, and they are excelling and they are touching newer skies every day. So we as a brand, we feel that it's our responsibility to provide our customers with the kind of a product which helps them empower and which helps them have that confidence so that they don't feel that lingerie is a taboo.
Welcome back to Market Fatafat show, where we are highlighting all the counters that are buzzing in trade as of now. And let's quickly take a look at what SW Solar is doing, because Amar, this is the counter that you have picked up, and after PM announced their PM Suryodaya Yojana, this counter has been locked at an upper circuit. Even for today as well, it's up by around 5%. Tell us what are the next targets to look at.
Yeah, looking at this particular stock, I would say the stock has almost doubled from its recent lows in November, from almost 258 levels. Currently it's around 600 or so. Technically, if I look at the charts from an intermediate term perspective, that continues to be very strong, and also the long term charts, some of the technical indicators are indicating that there is more upside to the stock. And if you go back and see that in December of I would say in 2029, the stock had made a high of almost 706. So the stock has a potential to rally, because when a stock is in for such strong momentum, and also what we've been witnessing over the last at least I would say 4-5 weeks, volumes have been more than average, delivery quantity has been more than average. So that clearly tells me that there's a lot of smart money that's moving into the stock. Post the consolidation also, when the stock once breached the 500 levels. So this is one stock one can look at. The upside is where the stock was earlier trading. The all-time high for the stock was 753 levels. So any pullback in the stock can be used as a buying opportunity.
Alright, so that's the take coming in on SW Solar. Let's quickly mark some of the flashes that were on bottom of your screen. You have Mr. K.M. Birla that's written his reflection note for the year 2023-24, when very important point that he's highlighting is the fact that the consumer businesses are on the brink of transformational growth. So take a look at what AB Capital is doing, or even for the matter of fact AB FRL, what that particular counter is doing. Also, he's mentioning that they are constructing a growth platform with a unique mix of strength and scope. This is all about AB Group, the Aditya Birla Group. Also, he's saying that India is awash with optimism, pride and anticipation, and this anticipation actually stems from our country's accelerated high growth trajectory. So that is the take coming in from Mr. K.M. Birla. He's written his annual reflection note for the year 2023-24, and apart from that, you have APL Apollo. Con calls are underway. Con call is underway. So you have the management commentary coming in on the sales forecast or sales volume forecast coming in for FY26, FY25. So a lot of news flows actually trickling in right now, Shrishti.
Well, yes, a lot of result candidates as well, but another result candidate is Electra Green Tech. This time, the company has reported a good set of numbers, majorly in line with what the street was expecting in. The revenue has seen a jump of 33% on a YY basis. EBITDA has inched up 39% on a YY basis, and the profit has also zoomed around 88% from 14.27 crores. This time, 27 crores is what the company has reported, and the margin have also expanded expanded 56 basis points YY at 14.3%. The stock has been a great mover and is one of the stocks which companies which get advantage of the EV manufacturing in India and the kind of scale up and the new tenders that we are seeing as of now. And as of now, on the back of the results, the stock is holding up a gains of almost 1% as of now.
All right, that is Electra Green Tech for you, a buzz in trade today. Ansh, let's talk about Intellect Design, and this one also earnings candidate, is it?
Yes, so the revenue which we are seeing is almost flat. The revenue is up by 16% on year-on-year basis, whereas the expense is up by 13%. If we see the EBITDA, there we are seeing an uptick of 35.2% to 131 crore, and EBITDA margin has also seen some improvement from 17.7% to 20.6%. If we talk about net profit, that has jumped by 36% from 62 crore to 84.3 crore. Also, the revenue mix, if you'll see, then their revenue has come 37% in dollar terms, 26% in INR, 14 in GBP, and 11 in euro terms. So, for those reasons, the stock is in focus, but it's trading almost flat now.
All right, so that is Intellect Design for you. Let's mark Ganesh Benzo Plus because that particular counter is a buzz in trade today. 6% uptick coming in, and crucial details coming in is the fact that the company has come out with an exchange filing. They're saying Anil Kumar Goel has been allotted 20 lakh shares in the preferential issue, and the allotment of 20 lakh shares is worth about 32.4 crores, and the price is set for that is 161 rupees per share. And post this particular announcement, you can see the stock actually rallying in trade, about 6% uptick coming in for Ganesh Benzo Plus on back of that preferential issue allotment coming in for Anil Kumar Goel. They've allotted 20 lakh shares at a price of around 161 rupees per share, and also it is the shares that has been allotted is worth about 32.4 crore rupees. So yes, that is Ganesh Benzo Plus for you. But apart from that, you have Ashoka Buildcon that's trading at a 5-year high in today's trading session. The reason being for that is the company has been is the lowest bidder for a project with a bid value of around 520 crore rupees. And on back of that, as you can see it on your screen, the stock is trading higher, 5-year high in particular coming in for Ashoka Buildcon.
All right, moving on, let's shift focus to what NCC is doing. The NCC was holding on to a good gains in today's trading session. And Amar, tell us, how is this counter looking on technicals?
Yeah, I would say that NCC has been quite strong on the charts. We did witness some consolidation happening over the last few trading sessions. Post the sharp rally on 10th of January, and then the stock went in for consolidation, which I would say is more of a breather, because any stock which has to rally somewhat, it has to pause also, and there's some distribution also that happens and accumulation at the same time. So what we are seeing technically on the chart on the long term as well as the intermediate term trend is that the momentum trend definitely is there, but the momentum is very strong. So that tells me that there is more room to this rally. And if we go back in time, so in 2008, the stock used to trade there almost 252 levels. So that was the high that the stock had made. And from there, the stock had corrected significantly, I would say, as low as 10 and 15. So currently it's around 210. So when the stock is in such a strong mode, rally mode, so there is a potential that the stock could touch its all-time high, which is around 250 levels. So any pullback in the stock can be used as a buying opportunity. The stock has now got strong support coming around the 180, 190 zone.
All right, so that is NCC, and that is indeed the last stock in this edition of Market Fatafat. Thank you so much, Amar, as well as Shivangi and Ankita and Ansh for joining us on the show and taking our viewers through all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. It's a good buy from Shrishti, myself, and the team that put the show together by ET Now and ET Now Swadesh, in line with helping Indians rise with India, have partnered with Sundaram Mutual to launch Nivesh Day, which is a groundbreaking campaign to help viewers build their personal finance portfolios through regular and disciplined investing. Nivesh Day is being celebrated on the 5th of every month. So join ET Now Swadesh, as well as Sundaram Mutual to learn how you can build your financial future with an SIP in mutual funds.